Ready, set, go!
But we are also human. This means that from time to time, any of us can and probably will experience unsettling moments, times when we question our worth. For example, have you ever wondered about your true value in Jehovah's eyes? Have you ever experienced moments of anxiety about your place in his organization? Or have you struggled with feelings of worthlessness? Such thoughts can erode our joy, and we might even begin to doubt our personal worth to Jehovah.
Less than 1 minute into the May 2023 JW broadcast, Debbie Downer here has already set the mood. What do you think of the broadcast? I agree. Welcome to Sermon Psychology, Episode 2. These types of sermons are so prevalent, I decided to make episodes out of them. So I had AI read back to me all of the negative phrases that were in the JW broadcast for May 2023. The list is so long that I'm going to put it on 3 times speed.
Yes, here they are. Read aloud. Ordinary. Typically look bland. Ordinary particle. No color or sparkle. Pretty dumb. Limited from a human standpoint. Considered less than ordinary. Nothing special. Limited circumstances. Where we personally fit in the congregation. We can't do as much as we used to. I felt like I wasn't doing anything. I do not like anything. I do not see any difference. I have different skin. Partial love. My years in school were not easy. Some will tease me. Others would laugh at me. Others will use hurtful words. I felt unloved and not needed. Prejudice against people. Very cruel. I was targeted. I was traumatized. Sadly, my parents refused. Question our worth. Doubt your personal worth. Struggled with feelings of worthlessness. Feeling that we don't really matter. I never really felt adequate. Feelings of inadequacy. Compare myself to others. Comparing myself to others. Very damaging. I was somewhat afraid. I felt very alone. I felt so worthless. Disquieting thoughts. Robbed of our inner peace in our sleep. Stifle our prayers. Health problems. My activity had gone down. Begin to suffer from kidney failure. Physical limitation. Restricted by age. Restricted by health. Restricted by physical stamina. Your limitations. Struggles with a challenging physical condition. Struggles with a challenging disability. Experienced moments of anxiety. Anxiety has overwhelmed me. Worry. Rumors. Don't trust these people. Dwell on the past. Change unexpected. Throwing us off balance. Even the simple things were a struggle. I had to work late. I needed to step aside as an elder. I needed help. Expect challenging times. Deal with a condition. Negative things you face. A sudden change. Big changes. Overwhelming change. Makes us feel unwanted. Drunk driver killed my wife. Our 2 children had lost their loving mother. Reproductive organs removed. Cut off from God's people. Separate me from his people. Live in isolation. Broken spirit. Fear of the future. Suffering from severe anxiety attacks. Diagnosed with a massive brain tumor. Why me? Did I do something wrong? Going to have surgery. Scariest nights of my life. Had to fight. Photos were very scary. Doesn't wake up the surgery bed. There was a complication. He fell into a coma. He was in a coma for 5 months. Way harder to move around. Super painful. I can't participate in things that make me happy. Something I can't control. It's really hard on me. Hit with a medical issue. Intimidate. Terrorizing. Threatening. Satan. Use intimidation. You will surely die. Burning fiery furnace. Panic. Face of death. Life-threatening. Roars of the devil. Satanic rituals.
I was wondering, why even say anything negative at all? So after I had AI read all the negative words, I went back to check her work to make sure she didn't miss any. She missed children taken captives in war. So then I had her redo her whole explanation of all these phrases, because she categorized them. Even AI was like, bruh. A non-human entity was like, this is deeply unsettling. Check this out. This is a deeply unsettling collection of phrases emphasizing profound suffering and trauma. Adding children taken captive in war amplifies the sense of vulnerability and horror. Here is a summary of the themes and their impact. Existential dread and worthlessness. Intense anxiety and fear. Isolation and loss. Physical and emotional trauma. Spiritual distress and persecution. Social rejection and prejudice. Life's overwhelming hardships. Intimidation and threats of violence. The impact of children taken captive in war. This phrase introduces a level of extreme vulnerability and helplessness. It evokes images of innocent lives being shattered and stolen. It heightens the sense of horror and injustice, adding a layer of moral outrage to the already bleak landscape of suffering. It emphasizes the complete loss of control and the deep damage that war inflicts upon the most vulnerable.
And when you talk about like torture and verbal abuse and all of these things you mentioned, why would they do that?
Oh boy, this goes deep. So this is all by design because they are trying to attach demons to you.
So then I decided to ask AI, what kind of effect can this have on the human psyche when there's constantly words slung out that are just negative words. And buckle up. Constant exposure to negative words can have significant and detrimental effects on a human's mental and emotional well-being. Here's a breakdown of some key impacts. Increased stress and anxiety, lowered self-esteem, depression, negative self-talk, impact on relationships, changes in brain function. For me, this is the majority of Jehovah's Witnesses that I knew growing up. Most of them were suffering from some type of anxiety or depression. I mean, what are the chances